my name is Luke and get vulnerable. I'm a young black man. I am a son. I am an artist. I am discovering. I am complete and incomplete. I am a page. I am a canvas. I am loved. My work explores, the concept of home. My work explores the concept of home. Home is a broken space, is I guess, tormented space. So both my parents are late. My mother passed away when I was 3, and my father passed away, I believe, when I was 11. So we moved a lot, and I was pretty much raised by my siblings. So this childhood is what informs my work, which is personal and yet universal. As I said, I try and look at the topic of home, belonging, acceptance, affirmation, and a sense of identity. So my gloomy, gorgeous background is what informs the work that I do.
Hello, room service. Oh, yes, it's here. Could I get like caviar, pastel, seaweed?
Do I feel that black men have created a support structure for themselves? Referencing the play and just reality, I don't think so. I don't think black men have created that structure. I feel like we also just looking at the play, I feel like we run away from how we actually feel. We're not completely honest about how we feel, and we make jokes about it, like in Passover. The artists, or the characters rather, joke about how they're in pain, and then in a split of a second they're just joyous, they're excited, out of the blue. So I feel like I feel like as black men we haven't fully come to terms with who we are, but at the same time I feel like we're making steps towards that, but I don't think we've arrived. I think we need a completely new system, to restructure. So as it stands, it favors the few, and that's, I feel, is against our DNA as African people. What am I afraid of? I think more than anything, I'm afraid of myself. I'm afraid of myself. I hear the system and it's unfair. Crime is rife. But more than anything, I think I'm afraid of myself. I'm afraid of my own reaction to the system, to society, or to my stress. I'm afraid of the decisions, at times poor decisions, that I make in response to the pressures of life. So I think I'm afraid of my own decisions. Hence why I think I spoke about presence, and how at times when life is rough, I tend to switch off, out, So, and that's not a good thing. Do I think I am modeling behavior or an image I've seen before? I think I am. Actually, just thinking about it on a deeper level, my father never met his father. His father left him at birth. So my father's reference was his father, and that's why my father felt like he was present. He was a financial provider. My siblings never lacked in terms of school, but he was emotionally absent. But his reference was his father, and his father wasn't a great reference. So I guess in a way he ran, and I guess those are the demons I'm fighting, the absent demons. So I guess we're always referencing something, we're always creating from a reference. Nothing comes out of nothing. Yeah.
I am Owethu Mashinini, and I am young, black, and male. I am a product of the streets. I am hope. I'm a visionary. I am what the streets needs. I'm a culture enthusiast. I'm a man on a journey. I am a son. And yes, that's who I am. I legit never had a home growing up that I was comfortable around in. I was raised by my grandmother and my grandparents specifically. And I didn't find a certain comfort at home that I found at the streets, because I believe that the streets related to me far more better than what my family expected me to be or expected me how to act, and the streets accepted who I am, and the streets loved me, the streets showed me care, the streets built me, the streets basically made me to be who I am today. I found more comfort in the streets than I found at home. I learned how to love from the streets, brotherly love. As a black man, I learned how to love my fellow brothers and accept them for who they are and what they are in general, no matter whichever households we come from, whether poor or rich. I learned forgiveness in the streets. This is how things are basically for me. Growing up in a household which I won't say they're not that financially stable, but it's an okay household. And for people to have that thing, I was raised in a household that is well off, for me to find comfort in the streets, they never completely understood that it doesn't mean a person who's always out on the streets is up to no good, We're supposed to have different perspectives of how the streets are. You can learn a lot from the streets, and how the streets have been depicted as a place of danger and a threat. I wouldn't take it as that way, and it doesn't make sense, because there are real people out there in the streets, real people who love, real people who care, What's actually really funny is that the system brings what hurts igazi. The system brings drugs. The system brings all these things. I've had a lot of occurrences where my brothers or people that I know from in the streets have been put in jail for crimes they didn't do, just because I'm a black man and it suits me, and the character I am and the way I dress gives you that impression that I'm a criminal. Doesn't mean that I am a criminal. And a lot of people are currently in jail because of crimes they didn't even do.
And last but not least, collard greens and pinto beans.
The parallel between the Passover and to the actual reality of what's happening elokishini is that the system comes elokishini with goods, you understand? And which is what happened in the Passover, because they know what happens in the hood, which is a lot of hunger and a lot of black people starving, So they just bring that in order to, they know that they'll satisfy a need within a black man, but at the same time, they putting that black man in a trap, you understand? So in this instance of the Passover, the white man brings over the food to Ukicho and his friend. You don't know what that white man came and gave Abu Kicho the pie. You don't know the reason behind that, you know. And they actually didn't believe it at first. They thought it was probably poisoning or something, but once they ate the pie, it felt good. That's what white men does in this neighborhood currently. White men brings drugs. White men brings all these nasty things, elokishini. And black people, at first glance, they're like, what's this? And then after that, white man just leaves it there. Out of a curiosity of a black person, we go take that only to find out that it actually tastes nice, but it leads to our destruction.